Someone, I believe, Trustee Agiers, you have something?
Well, I had a thought. Well, you know what? Since staff has done such a great job, and they really have, I mean, especially you, Bill, and Chief McIsaac, working along with Mark Janik and Manager Sfondilis, and coming back under budget on these projects for the police department, the fire department, which was really refreshing based on all the controversy we went through with a couple other projects in town the last couple of years. Why couldn't we maybe do something for the residents based on the capital improvement dollars that we've had, that we've saved on these two projects, and possibly maybe do a small thing on July 3rd? Talking with our vendor and the representative for the vendor, I understand for about $15,000, he could put on a hell of a show for us, a heck of a show, excuse my French, on July 3rd. And maybe get a consensus from the board, Madam President, to allocate $25,000 of over $200,000 in cost-cutting savings on the facilities that you guys have built here, and give something to the residents need a kick. They need something positive. People are down. I mean, just the last couple months in my neighborhood alone, there's houses going well below market, which is shocking to me. And things are down. And you know what? Why not try to do something that wouldn't cost a lot? Take it not out of the general fund, but take it out of the capital improvement fund for these infrastructure and give something back to the residents. I'm sure our good neighbors to the east, St. Joe's, and our friends at the Park District would do a cooperative, and maybe just get a couple of vendors in there and just call it a night out on a Saturday night the day before the 4th of July, since Chicago has changed their venue and they're not doing July 3rd, and they're doing it in 3 different neighborhoods on the 4th. And just, you know what, whoever wants to come out and bring a bucket of chicken or buy a hamburger from St. Joe's or the Knights or something or whatever, keep it small scale and, you know, allocate $15,000 for fireworks and maybe another $10,000, maybe get a little band or a DJ out there, just have some entertainment and somewhere where people can go where it wouldn't cost them anything. They can pick their picnic baskets or do whatever they want and just do it in this area here. And I just think, you know what, we got to do something. You guys did a great job saving us the money. And you know what, maybe it's a good time when we give it back to the residents a little bit and something for them to look forward to on the 3rd of July, which is a Saturday night. And you could do, you know, small scale. I know it's a little late to do parades and stuff like that, but you know what, this is something, hey, to come out to the park, come behind St. Joe, let's have a little firework display. And those vendors we've been loyal to all these years would, I think, cut us a heck of a deal and give us a lot of bang for our buck, as the one guy said, because he has time to do it and do something neat for the residents, I think.
Mr. Fondilis.
Trustee Agiers, we can certainly, if it's the wish of the board, we can certainly look into that, absolutely. My question would be, Michael, that money was bonded specifically for a set number of capital projects, including the Village Hall, the 2 fire stations, the police project, et cetera. Is that money even available? Is it an option for us to use those monies for something of this nature?
You certainly couldn't use bond funds for that purpose, but you could use other capital project funds in theory. It's not a capital project, but, you know, we could always transfer money from the capital project fund.
But in theory, we're paying back the general fund for dollars that we advance for infrastructure around here that's supposed to use with bond money that we had TIF dollars playing what we talked about earlier. So, you know what? Yeah. Whether it's this checkbook or that checkbook, it's coming out of somewhere. But the bottom line is we have cost savings that was supposed to use with the bond fund that we're reimbursing ourselves because we ran a little short and stuff like that. And then the Mavis deal was a wonderful deal too. So, you know, it's all looking a little rosy. To quote you, little uptick in the economy is helping the village's finances lately, to quote you today in the paper.
Well,
little.
not to get in the middle of all that, but there were some misquotes in that article.
Well, you know what? Anytime you can say uptick.
Well, she said right out there. So
I know.
It's a good
make
quote.
sure she quotes
But
you
the bottom line
way.
is, you know what? I'm just throwing it out there, but I thought, you know, a lot of people are starving for something. And I think it's our duty for 40,000 people, not just our staff, but our staff and us to donate our time, to do something, to give back to this community a little bit. They're starving for something. And I'm hearing it more and more. And Dave and I talked over the weekend. He's hearing it more and more at church and stuff. So
Of course.
just a thought.
I would recommend, trustees, since you have that recommendation for what is maybe going to happen on the 3rd, would have been a good idea to call Mr. Fondilis. He does run the village. Run it by him. He can give us figures. He can give us facts. Not that we don't want anything. when you mention fireworks and everybody thinks, oh, there's that president, she doesn't want to give us anything. You know what, people? That's my passion. And we voted in November in a budget that we didn't have the money. Am I going to give you $10,000 worth of fireworks and you're going to say, what is that little bunch of things going up? When you're all used to $35,000 worth of fireworks, and that for 25 years, I worked on that project. 25 years. And 4 years ago, when we lost the Special Events Commission, who could go out and get that money because people thought they could do a better job, we ended up where we are today. Do I want fireworks? You betcha. Do I want a parade? You betcha. Do I want something going here? But do I want to be able to have my 10 and a half employees that I had to leave go, of the other people that retired early? Can I say to them, oh, we're going to have a little thing here, you know, it only costs us $20,000 or $30,000, and they're out there looking for jobs. I resent that we didn't discuss that before tonight. I resent that we are ignoring the manager of this village. And I have tried to hold it in for weeks. I sat for 1 week last week trying to figure out, of all the little innuendos that I hear, oh, they're not going to have anything. Oh, you don't want this. Oh, you can get the money here. What if we had a disaster in capital improvements and we've taken out some of that money? What would happen? Where would we get it? Go in the general fund, go out and get a bond? If that is your desire, Trustee Agiris and Trustee Vogel and Trustee Agiris spoke about it over the weekend, then why did we not call Mr. Fondilas and say, you know what, John, can we do this, this, and this? I am tired of listening to that when I spent, and I'm not trying to put the, oh boy, she did this, but you know what, folks? 25 years of raising money and bringing, and many of you here have been there. How many of you raised $1? How many of you in those 25 years was on there helping with everything that we had, aside from when we had Family Fest, which was super, and they work with the non-for-profit organization. If this is what you want, speak with Mr. Fondilas. He'll put things together, we can present it and see what we can get. If you have, we as a village cannot go out to John Shue or Jim Shue and say, you know what, we need some money for the fireworks, we need money for this, we need money for that. We cannot solicitate that. But if you want an ad hoc committee to go out there at this late date, and if you're satisfied to give this village $10,000 worth of fireworks, which last year they weren't happy with the parade because no one realizes that each band in that parade that we had years before cost us $8,000 to $9,000 a piece. Can you bring a sandwich with? Yes, 1 year in September we did that. But please, when you have these recommendations, when you have an interest, we have a village manager, and I want the village manager to be informed so we can inform everybody that's out there. And Dave, you can respond all you want, but I'm speaking. When I'm done, you and Dean can tell me what you want to do. But as we are now, we will discuss this. You put down your thoughts on paper, put down what you're looking for, give it to Mr. Fondilas, and let's go at it. But don't have these other little, oh, we had spoke about it over the weekend, we did this, we did that. That's not how it works. We're all a team here. I'm sure there's somebody else here that has an idea, but nothing has come up. So why are we all of a sudden thinking we're the poor guys not doing anything for this village? This village is our life. This has been my life and my desire. Why did you not come and say, you know what, could we sit down, President Abiscato, and let's see what we can do, and then we can sit down with Manager Fondilas?
You have an
and see what
agenda
we
item
can
here,
do?
Madam President, says official communication. That's what we're doing here. You know, I
And
take
I'm
offense,
answering it.
and I take offense to your accusations here.
Well, that's correct.
You know what? That's what we're supposed to do.
And Dean,
I'm sorry, don't start. You're wrong here.
I'm not
You want to
wrong.
know something? For years I've sat up here, and you know what? You backdoor us with an idea that you haven't talked to anybody about either.
Excuse me?
I.e. the parade last year. Guys, I got a thought. Let's do the parade next year. You know what? I don't want to argue
You all
about
wanted
this.
the
You know
parade.
what? Take it off the table. Don't do a damn thing.
It's on the
Take it
table.
off the agenda, too. Official
Trustee
communication.
Harris, it's
Please.
enough.
It's enough from you, too.
I've listened to you enough
I've
for the
listened for
last
you for the
year.
last 10 years, too.
Yeah.
We all
uh-huh.
have.
I've
So
listened to all
stop
of
it.
it. No, I don't have to stop
Please.
it. I don't have to stop it.
Please.
I'm asking you to stop it.
No, I just told you to stop. Okay, great. Let's go.
And Trustee Vogel?
I wanted to know what official communications was, if maybe Mr. Frillo could explain to me what's supposed to be covered under that, so that we know.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Generally speaking, it is items of business that trustees would like to be brought to the attention of the public or to the staff. I mean,
And isn't that exactly what we just did?
it sounds like you covered that.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry.
And I ask that you bring it to Mr. Fondilas. And I don't think that was
Well, then I
asking
agree
too
with
much.
Mr. Juris. Let's
Of
take it off
course.
the agenda.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll do backdoor, everything backdoor.
Oh,
No, we'll do every backdoor.
President, Trustee Agiris, no one backdoors from you, dear.
No,
Believe me.
No, we just backdoor to the public. From now on, we're going to backdoor email everything to managers, fund those, because our main concern is our staff.
No.
You know what? Everybody
Your
lose sight that our staff
All
works
right.
for the residents and us. I'm sick and tired of hearing it. Gavel all you want.
I'll gavel as much as I want.
Break the damn thing.
And if, you know what, President, I, as a president, can do that.
Good.
I'm asking and requesting, which was not too much. But you say you're out on the street all the time? I'm out on the street all the time. And I don't even do half or say half. I try to bring what can be brought.